Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Well, it was anticipated, and it finally happened. The overturning of a 50-year precedent that has been in effect for that long. The overturning of Roe versus Wade. It happened on 6/24/22. Now, I want to talk about this because what I am seeing is a familiar theme across social media. And this familiar theme in which I'm seeing across social media is the blaming of one man. Now, let me make it clear to you. I am no fan of Clarence Thomas. I think he's disgusting, despicable, and I truly believe the testimony of Anita Hill. That being said, what these people who are posting things around and across social media is making it seem like this one man is the sole blame and purpose as to why Roe versus Wade was overturned. They're making it seem like he had all the power among himself to do this. So it goes back to we're going to blame the black man for this happening to us. And what they're overlooking is this. There are actually 5 conservative justices, 4 of them white, 1 black, who had a hand in overturning Roe versus Wade. But however, they want to single out and blame the black man as if he twisted someone's arm and made them do this. So this just speaks to a deeper issue of racism within America. And it almost goes to we're going to overlook the actions of certain individuals based upon their color. But this one individual, based upon his color, is more insidious. It's a terrible thing that he's done to us. But we're going to ignore these people right here and pretend like they played a lesser role or a minor role in this overturning. And now what's going on, something very interesting. Same-sex marriage are now in danger of being overturned after Roe versus Wade, according to multiple Supreme Court justices. So now it seems like with this precedent of overturning Roe versus Wade, the Supreme Court will be looking at and most likely going after same-sex marriage. Now, this is the reason why I want to bring this up. Because being a part of the LGBT community, however, I'm no fan of them at all. I have seen the racism that is prevalent among them. There are really no difference between them and their straight counterparts. So what they're positioning themselves to do and what they will most likely do is that they're going to use Justice Thomas to further their rhetoric about how blacks are the most anti-LGBTQ people in America, like they always do. Now they're going to ignore the fact that 28% of LGBTQ people voted for Trump. I guess they don't want to hear that. And check this out. The most LGBTQ people voted Democratic. New poll shows 45% of queer men backing Trump. Wow, that's a lot. But yet they're going to blame the black man, Clarence Thomas, and this will give them an excuse to put forth and basically act on their racism. And here we go again. Let's look at this right here. Breaking. Clarence Thomas just filed a concurring opinion to Dobbs, calling for the court to consider overturning the right to contraception, same sex marriage, and privacy in the bedroom. Okay, he did that. But does he have the power alone to overturn something or to strike down something? We're going to look farther and deeper to see who really should be at blame for this. And we're going to start this with right here. More than half of white women in the U.S. voted for Trump. But why? And that's very strange, given the fact that Trump was accused of multiple rapes, sexual, I should say, inappropriate behavior, and he even had lawsuits against him. But yet these white women chose to ignore that. And apparently for them, it was not a deal breaker. So we can concurrently say that, yes, there were more white women who voted for Trump, who put him in office in 2016, which allowed for Trump to, in effect, get to the Supreme Court 3 of his justices. So white women, now it's too late to cry me a river. So as we can clearly see that they are at fault for this. They had a chance to choose another candidate, but they chose not to. White women's support Trump remains high, even in 2020. Wow. You would think that by them being an oppressed group, oppressed by white men, not being equal to white men in terms of the power dynamics in America, that they would think differently. But no, what do they tend to do? Have a hand and play a part in the racial oppression against minorities. So, all this stuff about we're bewildered, we're shocked, we're confused, we're saddened, but you did it. You played a part in it. It was by your hand that Trump made it to be president. You could have voted for Hillary, but you chose not to. Women outvote men, but they don't vote alike. Yes, the vast majority of women voters in America, the United States of America, are women, are white women. Now, look at this right here. Women voted for Trump, proudly displaying their little placards, and have no shame in that whatsoever. Now, these same women want to sit back and cry. Too late to cry me a river now. Much too late. It has already been overturned. The damage is done. And you had a hand in it. So basically, the betrayal is on you, white women. You did this. All of a sudden now, people want to pretend like it's someone else. It is the black man who's at fault for this. We need to blame him. And let me tell you one thing. When they blame one black person, it's going to be all black people. Black people do not have the luxury of being judged individually in America. It's like a group mentality. White people, on the other hand, will be judged individually, which, as you're seeing right now, Clarence Thomas is being blamed solely for this. But you don't hear the other justices really being called out the way in which he is. Now here's Susan Collins, the senator from Maine, meeting with Justice Kavanaugh before he was confirmed to the Supreme Court. She had a chance to block the vote. She's a white woman, obviously. But what did he do? He lied to her face. And what happened with that? Susan Collins just made Brett Kavanaugh a Supreme Court justice. So the white woman right here voted to confirm Brett Kavanaugh, after a woman came forward and stated that he had assaulted her at a party. And what happened? The FBI actually did not interview many people who were there. They chose to selectively interview a short list of people, being heavy-handedly guarded as to who they should interview. They only selectively interviewed a handful of people. Susan Collins could have done the right thing and rejected Kavanaugh. But no, she's the one whose pivotal vote secured him a lifetime spot on the Supreme Court. So no, here's the thing about it. I don't like this man. However, I do not like the idea that people are blaming him solely for what happened with Roe versus Wade. And they will blame him solely when the Supreme Court starts to go after contraception and LGBTQ marriages. No, it just shows you right then and there how people think in America. And we shouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised. I kind of expected that they would go after him, which is why I'm doing the video. This whole video is not to show a liking or show that anyone should be lenient towards any of the Supreme Court justices. Basically, what I'm trying to do is that Black people be very aware of jumping on this bandwagon of blaming just Clarence Thomas. And we need not go across social media putting up posts where it shows Clarence Thomas as being the villain here, the sole villain. Because there is enough blame to go around, and blame should go around equally to all 5 justices who played a hand and who played a part in overturning Roe versus Wade, and who unfortunately will play a part in going after and trying to dismantle LGBTQ unions and marriages. So let's not forget all of them who are at fault, and not just focus on one man. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Sin Beyond and Through with Monty. And I will see you all beyond and through.